What's up? This is Zen here. Welcome to my channel where I mainly share tech stuff that I find interesting and maybe to share some hacks or two that I've come across. Today we're going to talk about the Sony Zv-1, one of the most interesting cameras that have been released just June this year. Of course, you must have seen the countless videos online about the Zv-1, so I'm not going to bore you with another review of the camera. But for the curious, these are some of the specs that I find interesting for anyone who is interested in the camera. Almost every reviews that I've seen online, most complain about the fact that the lens are not wide enough. At a 24mm range, filming a vlog video is pretty much just a talking head. On a 4K video, you're looking at a slight cropped in, and when you turn on active steady shot on the camera, it gets even more closer. So even if you outstretch your arms by quite a bit, you are still pretty much just left with your head. So interestingly, I saw this new gimbal released by Zhiyun called the Smooth X, which is a 2-axis mobile gimbal instead of the usual 3. So it got me thinking, what if I can clamp the Sony Zv-1 on the Zhiyun Smooth X gimbal? So I got to it and started on this mini project of mine. This is probably the weirdest gimbal I have ever used. You have to twist it, pull it out slightly, and rotate this arm out, and it should be this way. I think a lot of people are going to break this even before they use it. Ergonomics is definitely not the key to this pocket gimbal. Okay, now it's on tripod. Let's see how we put this up. There's a clamp here, just need to slide it open and wedge it in. Let's see if we can balance this up. Okay. Oh, it does, and it's balanced. Okay, some notes I think you need to know for this setup. You must balance it as much as you can, because I can literally feel the motor trying to support the weight of this camera. Zv-1 is about 60 grams heavier than what Zhiyun Smooth X officially can handle based on specs. And because it's a clamp design for mobile, you should try to find ways to secure the camera. I used an elastic band and I managed to hook it up the clamp of the gimbal and the camera together. So it's pretty much more secure now. Alright, now for some real world tests, all shot on HD to minimize the crop on the video. On a normal handle without extension, it will look like this, pretty tight even with my hand all stretched out. With the active steady shot on, it looks quite okay, but I can still see some glitches whenever I take a step too heavy. Now on the Zhiyun Smooth X with the Zv-1 with the selfie arm fully extended, looks quite comfortable, enough background and definitely less claustrophobic for the audience. And because it's on active steady shot, plus the gimbal is stabilizing the horizon, it does feel much more stable than on a normal selfie stick. Just for comparison's sake, this is what happens when I turn off active steady shot and it's now on just the optical stabilization from the lens. As you can see, the angle of view gets wider, but it does introduce a little bit of a shake. Well, the good thing is you can shoot in optical stabilization first and turn on active stabilization in Sony's imaging app on desktop called the Catalyst Browse. This is because the camera actually does save the movement info, and when you use the Catalyst Browse, it uses the info to stabilize the image. Okay, before you jump in and buy all the equipment that I've introduced today, I just need to let you know on a few drawbacks that I've discovered. First, which might be a downer, is that when you clamp the camera to the Zhiyun Smooth X, you can no longer attach the fluffy dead cat that comes with the camera to reduce wind sound. This is because underneath the fluff is a rigid piece of plastic that will not allow you to slide it into the hot shoe mount. If sound is of importance and you wish to use the onboard microphone for your vlogging purpose, this might not be an ideal setup for you. But of course, you can always take the dead cat out of the plastic piece and clamp it down together. Second, small thing, but you will have known that the Zv-1 is not a mobile phone. You will never be able to connect the gimbals in terms of the record button and the zoom function. Thirdly, if you wish to shoot on a vertical format, you have to rig up the camera in an upside down position before you hit the button twice for it to go vertical. If not, the swing out screen of the Zv-1 will be in the way. And that's all for this small experimentation. It's not the perfect setup, but it does alleviate some of the issues that the Zv-1 have. One of the key things that I choose Zhiyun Smooth X over the M2 is because of the extendable arm of the Smooth X, which allows for a better angle of view for the Zv-1. All that said, I really hope this solution of mine might be able to help you with your vlogging purpose. And that's all for today. Do let me know in the comments what you think of this setup. Stay safe everyone. Thank you.